Hi there, my name is Taka Palkins. And my name does sound like Taka, in case you were curious. And now I've been using interpreters since the 5th grade, and I did use them all the way up through master's school. And right now I do work in the University of Minnesota at the Office of Patents and Technical Marketing. And within this office, we determine whether or not inventions that come from all over universities have the ability to be protected through things like patents and whether or not they have any commercial value. And we do this so that people outside of our university would be able to take advantage and using these objects. Now today I'm going to be giving a lecture on a presentation I did back in college, and the topic today is Ireland, reality or illusion. If I mention shamrocks, leprechauns, and the Blarney Stone to you, what would you think of? Would you only think of Ireland? Would you only think of Ireland as just a thing, or would you think of the character within Irish? Is it possible to study the Irish as a group, and would it be worthwhile to do such a thing? And now I may be able to answer the question of whether or not it is worth it to study the Irish as a group. I believe it's worth it because Irish Americans constitute of one of the largest ethnic groups here. And this ethnic group has contributed immensely to the United States of America. They have been involved in so many activities and diverse events, like signing the Declaration of Independence. The Irish have built the Brooklyn Bridge. They've made the first Model T. They've written plays. And they've even been president of the United States. It is also the Irish Americans who have given us a reason to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. On March 17th every year, we have parades and green beer. The Irish in this country cannot be easily overlooked. I believe that it would be worthwhile to find out if it is if the Irish culture really does exist. And I would love to study what Ireland has given us and given our citizens. Now, the best place to start with is the people who live there. The best place to start is not with people who live there, but inanimate objects that don't make up a nation. The people do. If we go back to Irish history, we can find that there are several distinctive groups of people who have inhabited Ireland over the years. The first Irish date back to prehistoric times. They were prehistoric settlers who left behind proof of their existence. They left behind huge rock something. They also these prehistoric settlers had brought with them the Bible after a religious event, and they in turn mixed with the natives of Ireland. And now the Anglo-Saxons who had come did have many Scottish settlers within the Irish, and they ended up taking power over the largest area of Ireland, and they imposed will upon the land. They imposed will upon the land as they sent the Irish themselves out of struggle. And there were there were different religions within Ireland, and the Roman Catholic Republic was located in the south. In the north, we would have our Protestants. And government was different in each of these areas, and language. And now if we look at these different groups, we can see that this is not a Ireland. These were different versions of Ireland.